I'ma send them decimals. She don't gotta give it up cause she professional.
Hi honeybees, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a fun and different video for you guys, and I think you're gonna love it. I, along with a couple other awesome women on YouTube, decided to start a YouTubers with a career tag. I got this idea because I watch many different YouTubers, and while a lot of YouTubers do YouTube solely as their career, a lot of us here on YouTube do YouTube full-time and have full-time jobs. Now, I do want to say a disclaimer. I was doing YouTube full-time for the summer, but you guys know that I have a career outside of YouTube and I've gone to school for many years for that career. So I'm going to speak in terms of that. But what I decided to do is start a YouTubers with a career tag. And basically this is just going to talk about having a full-time career as well as a YouTube career, and all of the burning questions you guys have been asking me and other YouTubers about life and work balancing, YouTube, school, a career, everything. We're all going to talk about it here. So stay tuned for this video and watch to the end so you can see what other YouTubers I tag and check out their stories as well. Grab your coffee. I've got mine and I've got my phone here. I'm going to go through all of the questions. And here we go. So the first question of the tag is, what was your major in college and what did you receive your degree in? My major in college was neuroscience and I received my bachelor's of science in neuroscience. What is your current job or career? What I have been doing is I started off after college doing neuroscience research and also managing a research office, doing all of the media, communications, public relations, as well as doing neuropsych evaluations for the participants in our study. And then I transitioned to a top tier university and I worked as a program manager and academic coordinator, where I worked with undergraduate students in STEM disciplines, basically grooming them to get their PhDs. How did you decide to go into your current field? I actually have kind of jumped around with the different fields and careers and industries. In undergrad, decided that I wanted to be a doctor, and so that was kind of the reasoning behind me getting my degree in neuroscience. But after I graduated, I kind of decided, okay, I also want to be a businesswoman too. So initially I thought I would become a doctor and own and run my own practice. So I got my bachelor's in neuroscience and then I got a master's in business administration with a concentration in healthcare management. So then I started working in research and then I started working in academia and education, and I decided I wanted to get my PhD. So I applied to and got into grad school for getting my PhD in clinical psychology, and so I started that. So it started from wanting to work in the medical industry as a doctor, to research, to academia, to kind of wanting to have my own psychology practice. How do you balance life as a YouTuber and a career woman? Well, it's definitely not easy, but a lot of people do it. It is manageable. I've done it for years. Really, it's all about time management, and I would say prioritizing. I've always kind of put my education and my career first, and then I would make time with whatever extra time I had left for YouTube and for creating videos, and I definitely think it could be done as long as you manage your time. But I did it by just prioritizing and managing my time and just allowing myself to enjoy YouTube as a hobby in addition to having my career. What came first, YouTube or your current job? How did you get into YouTube? So after I graduated college, I did live overseas for a number of years, and that's when I started my YouTube channel. I was also doing my MBA, and I was bored and I kind of wanted to learn how to do my own hair and my own makeup in different ways, and so that kind of introduced me to the beauty community and the world of YouTube. So I started making my own videos and it just kind of grew from there. So I would say my career was definitely first, and then YouTube just became a great bonus addition to that. And I started out of just being, I don't know, just being curious and wanting to know more about beauty, and then realizing that I had something to contribute to the beauty community myself. What do your coworkers, boss, and or clients think of your YouTube career? Now, my last job that I had, I worked in an academic setting at a university, and I really don't tell people about my YouTube career. I think like my boss and coworkers and my students found out about it kind of later in the game, and they were supportive of it. I think it's something different, so they were curious about it, and I think that it was something that they felt was positive overall. But it's definitely a weird thing to let people know that you do YouTube, and although I'm definitely proud of it, I think it's a completely different world than the academic world, and so I wasn't sure how to introduce it to people and integrate it into my life as a professional. But once people found out, they were very receptive and supportive, and thought it was a positive thing. What advice do you have for someone who wants to break into your field of work? I get this question a lot, and that's because I always am encouraging you guys to participate in, the STEM industry, whether that's science, technology, engineering, or math. Anyone who would want to break in my field, being neuroscience, business, or psychology, academia, research, anything like that, I would just say to work really hard in school. Start in high school. When I was in high school, I started taking honors courses, AP courses, and that set me up to take the higher level courses when I went to college for undergrad and did pre-med classes. I can't sugarcoat it to you. It's very, very hard. It's very difficult, but if you're focused and you work really hard, you can do it. So when you're in college, do your research on what courses you should take. Start preparing for the MCAT early, or the GRE. Definitely get tutors, get mentors, do a lot of research. I definitely would just say work hard, do your research, get mentors, and that is probably, I would say, the biggest thing, knowing early on what you want to do, because for me, that's something that I've struggled with because I'm interested in so many different things: science, business, psychology, neuroscience, YouTube, marketing, public relations. I'm interested in so many things that I think that's kind of what really held me back from just really soaring into one specific field. So I would say if you can narrow down your passions, your interests, your talents into one area and stick with that and just work really hard in that area. What advice do you have for someone who has a full-time job and wants to start YouTube? My advice for anyone is to go for it. I have talked in many different videos. You guys know I do a finance series, and I always was taught growing up to have a career and to have a side hustle, and I think that is the best thing that anyone can do. And me doing YouTube alongside with my career, my 9-to-5, I think was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. So my advice is, if you want to start a YouTube channel, but you also want to have a budding career, go for it. Start small. YouTube doesn't have to be a huge commitment. Do it because you love it. Do things that interest you. Do it when you have a chance, but it can be done. And if you want to do it, just go for it. What accomplishment are you most proud of in your career? What accomplishment are you most proud of in your YouTube career? So I would say in my mainstream career, what I'm most proud of was getting into grad school. That definitely was a big deal for me because I had been out of school for 3 years, 4 years. And you guys know the longer you're out of school, the harder it is to kind of jump back in. So for me, that was a really big deal to go back to school, and it's competitive. The program, clinical psychology programs, are more competitive than medical school programs just because of the sheer numbers of people that apply versus the sheer numbers of people that get accepted. So for me, when I did get accepted into grad school to get my PhD, that was probably the proudest moment of my life and of my career. But of my mainstream career, I'm also just really blessed that I've been able to work with really awesome people, work for really great organizations and companies, and I'm really proud of that. As far as my YouTube career, I would say I'm most proud of just how many people I've been able to inspire. I think for me, it started off as something kind of superficial and surface, where I just wanted to learn how to do makeup and do hair, and that's what I wanted to talk about. But I'm proud that it became so much more and that I inspire so many people. And it's not just about what I got at Sephora or what lipstick I'm wearing today. It's about changing lives, inspiring others, and really making a difference. And so I think that's what I'm absolutely most proud of. Also, I have in my YouTube career gotten some amazing opportunities. I've gotten to work with major brands: Target, Head & Shoulders, Moderna, American Red Cross, and I just think it's given me opportunities that I would have never otherwise had in my career. So I'm proud of that. I'm just proud of everything that I've done in YouTube. YouTube is one of my most proud accomplishments. So I'm definitely proud of everything I've done on this platform. And the last question is, what are the pros of doing YouTube and full-time work simultaneously? What are the cons? The pros are definitely everything that I just talked about, as far as touching people's lives, getting a new support system, meeting different people, traveling, getting to work with different brands. That's definitely an experience that most people who work a regular 9-to-5 don't have. So that's definitely a pro. I would say a con is that it is time consuming and it's a big commitment. And I think once people are inspired by you and see you, they want to know more and they want you to give content consistently. Having a 9-to-5, it's very hard. So there's been many times that I've thought, you know, I need to just pick one and go with that. And I think that's probably something a lot of people deal with, and they end up kind of choosing one. So I think that's a con of doing work full time and YouTube. I also would say that it can be hard to separate your work life and your YouTube life, because a lot of people, like, they don't understand it, and sometimes your YouTube life, people want to lump that in with your professional life, and so it's really hard to separate the two, depending on what industry you're in and what you do, but that can be hard. But overall, I've had nothing but a positive experience on YouTube and through my career, and I definitely would encourage those of you who want to have it all, beauty and brains, like, you can do it. That's what my YouTube channel has become, my pursuit of beauty and brains and happiness and success. And I think that you can have it and anyone can have it. And I would say, if that's what you want, go for it. Anything you want, you can do. Anything you can dream, you can do. And I hope that I've shown you that through my example. So that is everything for the YouTubers with careers tags. I have two other ladies on YouTube that I especially wanted to tag and reach out to and have them to do it. And one of them is Morgan Taylor. I think you guys, you know, probably already know of her, but if you haven't already, I'm going to link her below so you can go subscribe. She's gorgeous. She's been doing YouTube for a while. She makes awesome videos, beauty and lifestyle, and she's a career woman. She is a teacher, and I think it's really cool because I followed her all throughout her journey while she was like in school and when she became a professional, and so I really admire her, and I think she's an awesome example of what it is to be a full-time YouTuber and a full-time career woman. So I'm tagging her, and I'm hoping that she will go ahead and do the tag. I also want to tag Bronze Goddess 01. She's also another awesome YouTuber who is a career woman. She does it all. She has a family, she's an author, she has a career. Like, I don't know how she does it. I told her that a few weeks ago, like, I admire her so much. I don't know how she does it. So she's gonna do this tag as well and tell you guys how she does it and give you her words of wisdom. So definitely check out her channel below. Go subscribe. Go watch her video, and I tag anyone else who wants to do this video. If you do YouTube and you have a career, do this tag, because I think enough YouTubers who have careers and people who, you know, are doing like wonderful things outside of YouTube, I don't think it gets enough exposure and enough of a spotlight shined on it. And so those of you who do that, I want to hear from you. I want you guys to do this tag. I want this tag to take over YouTube. So I would love for you guys to do the tag, as well as the other two ladies that I have tagged. I hope you guys enjoy this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.